All right, brothers and sisters, this is King Kong Consciousness, the Prince of Pan Africanism. We just did a 2.5 hour Black Parent teleconference, but I'm going to donate the last 20 minutes for tap ins, all right? Uh, if you got any questions at all, let me see. If you want to tap in right now, you can tap in right now. If you want to tap in right now, Bay going once. Sister Lady Bay going twice. Where you at, Lady Bay? Let me see your face, Lady Bay. I gotta see you.
You
I
gotta
gotta
see
see
my
you,
face.
Lady Bay.
I just woke up, doctor.
You just woke up, my queen.
But I know you don't care because
I
you
don't
like
care.
us natural.
Black
So
women are beautiful all
here
the
I
time.
go. Here I go.
Here you go, Lady Bay. Where you at in the world?
I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota. What part of Minnesota?
I live in the southwest suburbs,
Have you
Chaska.
ever heard of Rochester, Minnesota?
Yes, I have.
How
Yes, I
far are
have.
you from Rochester?
About an hour and a half.
I'm going to be speaking there in
Really?
the first day of Black History Month, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
Rochester, Minnesota. So all my Minnesota Africans, I'll be out there.
How will I? How can I get tickets or whatnot? I'm
Tap
definitely
back in
coming.
with me. Check in with me because I don't have the details yet. Check in with me January,
Okay.
and I'll
Okay.
let you know.
Oh,
So,
I'm excited.
what's on your mind today?
I just wanted to say hello to you.
Ah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I, yeah, I really appreciate just how you represent us, especially us
Appreciate that.
Black women,
Appreciate that.
because we definitely go through a lot, and I just really appreciate you for that.
Let me ask you this: what is the biggest challenge for Black women, in your opinion, in America today? What is the biggest one, two, or three challenges you think our sisters have in this
I,
country at this time?
well, right, to me, I think the biggest challenge is that we don't have support from the men.
Okay.
Most of us are like have been single, raising our children on our own because the men are doing whatever, and that's one of the challenges. Another challenge is just I don't feel like we get enough respect even from white people because they're intimidated by us. Right now, I work at a school where there's all white children, and the children love me, but I can tell that the coworkers don't really respect me.
Mm-hmm.
They're younger. I'm working with teenage girls, and I'm 47 years old, and they act like they don't have to. I just can tell that they don't have respect for me as
Mm-hmm.
a woman, as a older Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know what that is. It's just how the world has been set up for us.
Let me ask you a question. I'll go back to the Black male-female relationship situation.
Hmm.
Brothers will argue, and rightfully so in some situations, but not all, that when they try to take the responsibility from the woman
Yes.
to help ease your burden,
Yeah.
even with children that are not biologically their own,
Hmm.
Black women, because they're so used to being in charge, so used to being in control, so used to having the final say, that they chase men away by not willing to power share in the relationship. What is your opinion?
Well, my experience is different because I actually had a man that didn't step up. So I don't know how that would feel. Because me, myself, in a relationship, I'll try to, let a man lead. I tried to let him lead, but I had nobody. I took care of my four daughters by myself. He ran the streets, messing around with other women, never kept a job. I still respected him and tried to let him be, but I had to work. So I ended up leaving, moving to Minnesota because I'm from Iowa, and I took care of my daughters. That's my son's foot right there. He's
Okay,
autistic, but
no
he's
problem.
very intelligent and smart. um, But one of my daughters actually passed away in 2024.
Sorry to hear. My condolences.
Thank you. She got murdered. She was
Don't say
19
by a black man.
by a black boy. She went to
How old was
Chicago.
she?
She was 19. Her
Okay.
and her sister went up to Illinois to visit their friends, which were males. Um, the day that they were going to leave to come back, they stopped at a park, and this young boy came in and started shooting, and my daughter got shot in her chest.
Oh my
So
God.
she did not return
Oh
home.
my God. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm
And
so
since
sorry to hear that.
then, and their dad never was in their life. He just always made ultimatums to come visit them in Minnesota. If I come there, I gotta stay there with y'all, or um, you gotta come get me, and things like that. And I would just be like, it's not my responsibility. I'm already trying to take care of them by myself. Well, when they got older, they started talking to him on the phone on their own because they could, and that was fine. But he still never did anything for them financially or whatever. And he would have money, but he just refused. I don't know, I guess because I didn't want to be with him or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, I'm frustrated, but I'm over it now. But I was frustrated because he wants to now be all on TV and on Facebook Live talking about my daughter, and it's like you didn't even have a hand in raising her.
Right.
You don't even know her. But I know
Right.
that's not anything for me to prove, and it's not even right for me to even feel some type of way. So I prayed about that, and I'm done with that situation. Um, but right now, I'm just trying to continue on.
I got you.
I'm
I
sad,
got you. But I
but
know you're still going through the grieving process though,
yeah.
because that was, and that grieving process, you can go backwards and forwards from the shock,
Hmm.
to the
Yeah,
denial,
exactly.
to the
Guilt.
bargaining, to the acceptance. So be patient with yourself, be patient with yourself. And you have my number, Queen. So if you ever need to talk, you say, Doc, I just need a moment. I'll ring you up. Don't I got you.
How do I contact you? Just
Oh, let me give you my number. Let me give you my number.
okay.
And this is for anyone out there who need to reach me. I'm gonna give it to you 3 times. It's 215
Okay.
989 9858. So that's 215 989 9858. In fact, let me type it in here for folks.
Okay. Because
Two
I'm
one five 989 9858. And I need to put my email, which is Prince of Pan Africanism, and we spell Africa with a K. Prince of Pan Africanism, all one word, no spaces or underscores, at yahoo.com. Oops, Gmail. Prince of Pan Africanism at gmail.com. Let me close those gaps. And let me select all, copy, send, and let me post it again. And one more time for the people. All right. So there we go. So stay in touch with me, Queen, and stay positive. You got my number, and reach back out in January so I can hit you with the Rochester, Minnesota info.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry,
What
that's
is the
okay.
phone number
I said
again?
make sure you reach out to me in January for that Rochester, Minnesota event information. She broke up again. God bless you, Queen. God bless you. Our sisters are going through a lot, brothers. We got to step up. Our sisters are going through a lot. We got to step up. Let me see. Tapping in. Where my queen at? Going once. I just tapped in on the queen. Going twice. Where you at, queen? Where you at? I just tapped in on the queen. Private O. Why private O? Where you at, princess? You coming in? You coming in? I don't think she coming in. I don't think she coming in. So let me cancel her. Okay. Who tapping in? Let's see. Who tapping in? Sweet J going once. Sweet J going twice. Sweet J going 3 times. Where's Sweet J at? Is Sweet J coming to the scene? Sweet J, you coming in? I don't think Sweet J coming. Let me cancel Sweet J. Who we got next? Who we got next? Her Way 27 going once. Her Way 27 going twice.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful. Where you joining in
How are
from, my queen?
you? Connecticut,
What part of Connecticut?
Fairfield, Connecticut.
Fairfield is closest to what major city? Is that Hartford or another city? Where you at? Bridgeport, Hamden? Where you at?
Not far from Bridgeport though.
Not far from Bridgeport. I got you, my
Mhm.
beautiful queen.
Okay.
What's on your mind today?
Okay, so I've been on TikTok just browsing through a few lives and having a few arguments because I feel that black Americans are not being seen in a political stance. Like we have skin folk in office, but they're not black Americans, but they're speaking on our issues as if they are our voice and how that is wrong. And when I speak something about it, everybody's having a problem with it. Like it's a major issue for us
Okay.
because you don't have the
Let me
black
give you my
experience.
perspective, and I like to get your insight on my perspective. Because I'm a Pan-Africanist, I come from a different angle. So I see all African people as family, no matter where they come from, right? With that being said, yes, one race. With that being said, I see nothing wrong with each branch of the family handling their own private business as long as it doesn't take away from the collective unity of the entire family. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a grandmom who had 10 kids, right? Each child has their own family. They got their own children, they got their own grandchildren. And there's a
Mhm.
time and a place for each child to be with their own children, handle their own issues in their own house, right? So what goes on in my brother's house is my brother's business. It is not my business. What goes on in my sister's house is my sister's business. It's not my business unless they come to me and ask me to get involved. But at the same time, they still my family. We not enemies. I don't have to disassociate from them. I don't have to demonize them. I don't have to weaponize my experience against them. We still one family. My issue with some American Africans, because I do not use the word Black American at all. I am an African. I am an African in America, American African. That's me. So, for us who are the descendants of the Africans who built this country, who have a unique history in America, a unique situation, I see no problem with us saying, hey, we got some issues that our African immigrant brothers and sisters cannot represent us on because they haven't walked in our shoes in this country these past 400 years, right? I don't
Yes.
have a problem with that. I do not have a problem with that. When you say that there are African immigrants in public office, okay, who are speaking for the American African, I don't have a problem with that if they're speaking for me appropriately. But in addition to that, we should also have American Africans who know the struggle speaking for us. So I agree with you
They
that,
don't,
let's
it
say,
doesn't seem to be they don't seem to be the ones
no, but
that
let me
get in
finish
those
this point. Let me
positions.
finish this point, and I'm coming right to you so you can speak.
Okay.
If you say, Dr. Umar, I need more American Africans represent me in a political theater, I'm with you, right?
Yeah.
American, I'm with you. But I'm also going to tell you, don't demonize the African immigrants who are there. The problem is not that they're there. The problem is we don't have more American Africans speaking up. You see what I'm saying? In other words, I'm not going to demonize an immigrant African for winning a political office, okay? As long as they're not working against me. Now, if they're working against me, I'm going to identify and I'm going to isolate them. You understand me? Even though I'm a Pan-Africanist, I expect every branch of the African family to support every other branch. So if one of my Nigerian African brothers come to America and starts acting like a coon, I'm going to publicly identify, and I'm going to isolate. If I catch you, my sister, demonizing and disrespecting immigrant Africans, I'm going to identify you and isolate you as a coon. So the rules do not differ for me. Respect everybody's right to represent themselves. That's what you're saying. I want American Africans to represent American Africans. I agree with you. I have no issue with that. But then if you turn around and say the immigrants are my enemies, that's where I have to draw the line with you, because the immigrant Africans are not my enemies. They are only 3% of all black people in this country. They are the lowest immigrant pool, one of the lowest immigrant pools in this country. Most of what we built is not being taken by African immigrants. It's being taken by Latinos, feminists, LGBTQs, and ethnic white minority groups who we never talk about. So my thing is, let's not unfairly dump on the African immigrant population when you got all these other immigrant groups who have stolen and siphoned off of black people, and we say nothing at all. I ain't heard nobody talk about how the LGBT have siphoned off of the black struggle. I don't hear nobody talking about how anti-black Latinos, not the African Latinos who identify with us, but the anti-African Latinos, nobody talks about how they have siphoned off of the black movement as well. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are with all people who have immigrated here and are
Okay.
not for the benefit of Black Americans who are here. I'm
Okay.
not narrowing it down just to Africans.
Okay.
I'm just, to me, I haven't seen where it has benefited the Black community
Okay.
personally.
I got you. And I
And
can
I
respect that.
lived here for over 40 years, so
And I
that's
can
my
respect your
observation.
opinion. There's one more thing I want to give to you, though. I want to make sure that the American African family, which I am a part, we need to make sure, my queen, that we are not always operating from victim consciousness or deficit perspective. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. I think sometimes we can operate from victim consciousness in deficit perspective too much. I want to give you an example. We are a $2 trillion economy, right? We spend $2 billion on Air Jordans a year. We spend $4 billion on liquor a year. Black women spend nearly $30 billion, mostly black women, black men in there too, but mostly black women, $30 billion on the beauty industry. From the products to the services to the shampoo, the oil, the lotion, the shea butter, blah, 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 blah. Let me ask you a question. If we were in a position of power in this country, power, let's say we owned some Black Wall Streets. Let's say we owned our own beauty supply. Let's say we had
We
our own.
used to.
Stay with me. You're right. And we still got a few small ones. Let's say we had our own hospitals. Let's say we had our own neighborhoods. Let's say we could put our own children to work. Let's say we had our own manufacturing. We have our own security. We have our own distribution. We are electing our own officials who we finance and control, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume that that was the reality for a minute. Do you think African immigrants would be acting differently towards us if we were in a position of power?
My stance is not just
No.
directed
Stay with
at
my
them.
question. No, stay with my question. If we were operating from a position of power, Africans who come to America from the Caribbean, from the UK, from Canada, from the continent, from South America to Central America, from the South Pacific, from Australia. If we were in a position of power in America, like the Chinese are, like the Jews are, like the Arabs are, like the East Indians are, like the Anglo-Saxons are, if we were in a position of power, my queen, hypothetical question, if we were in a position of power, do you think African immigrants from around the world would treat us differently? Yes or no?
I would say yes, because when they get here, they stay to themselves. They don't really try to come
Stay with me,
together
yo.
and be
No,
with us.
stay
They
with me. Stay
separate
with me.
themselves.
I want you to finish
Yes,
that, but okay, they would treat us differently. So let me ask you a question.
they do it now.
Let me ask you a question. If you were an African, let's say you went to Australia, or you went to London, or you went to Canada from the United States. You are an American African immigrant into another country. And you saw when you got there, the black people there had no power, control no industries, senselessly waste their wealth, with the same white people who they want reparations from, do you think you would be eager to become a part of them? Yes or no?
Yeah, because I'm gonna be with my people. That's just who I am.
Okay, so you saying you're gonna ride out regardless. I
I'm gonna
got
be
you.
with my people
That's how
and
I
try
am.
to change how they
Do
think.
you think most American Africans would do that?
The ones I'm around, I can't speak for everybody else.
I don't think you're being honest when you say that. I don't think no group of any people, not just blacks, I don't see no group of any race going to a completely different continent, seeing their people there in a servitude, unempowered position, and be in a rush to identify and help them. Nobody does that. Generally, nobody does that. The reason I'm bringing this up, Queen, is, in my opinion, and we can agree to disagree, but in my opinion, our issue is not how the African immigrants treat us. Our issue is how we treat ourselves. And our issue is we have allowed ourselves to remain at the bottom when we clearly have the
See,
ability
what you're saying
to
right
move
there is
closer to the.
wrong
Wait, you ain't
because
even let me finish. You ain't even let
that's
me
the
finish.
mindset they have that
No, no,
all
no, no,
Black
no, no, no,
Americans
no, no,
don't
no,
have
no, no,
anything.
no, no, no.
That's
Listen
the
to
wrong
me.
mindset.
Listen to me. If we are trying to empower ourselves as American Africans, if we are trying to
Those who
empower our,
identify as that.
let me finish. Well, right, I'm American African. I'm not a Black
Uh-huh.
American. So
Okay.
yes, we definitely going to
Mm-hmm.
disagree on that.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are trying to empower ourselves, I'm not worried about the immigrant African because I'm too busy empowering myself. See, I'm worried about the immigrant African because I think he's going to get some of my crumbs that the master throws off his table onto the floor. Crumbs. Because if I'm
No, it's
building
not about
industry,
that.
okay, so then what is your issue then?
First of all, I said I'm not narrowing it down to just them. I said that at least 5
But you
times.
started out with them. Your initial
I
comments was
started
them.
out
You
with
didn't
I
mention
don't see
nobody
the
else.
representation of us
Okay.
in
But
office.
your
That's what I
initial
started off
comments,
as.
you mentioned African immigrants. You didn't mention anybody else. You were specific to Black
I said
immigrants.
immigration is bad. It does not help Black Americans, period. Black African immigrants are not the only immigrants that are
I
here,
understand
correct?
that, but that's not what you said in the beginning. But
Okay.
go ahead. That's not what you said in the
So
beginning.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
narrowing it down or picking on any particular group of
But
people.
wait, time out, time out. Let me clarify something, if I can.
Mm-hmm.
I said I identify as American African.
Mm-hmm.
You said you identify as Black American, and I respect your
Yes.
right to identify.
Yes.
Oh, stay with me. You do not identify as an African, correct?
No.
Well, then that's the problem. Then stay with me. Then you don't see them as your family anyway. So it
They
don't even
tell you
matter.
if
Do
you now you're
you see
older
the
than
difference
me.
there? Do
You're
you see
older
the
than
difference
me,
there?
so you used to hear them say,
You're Black.
"You're not
You're not an
African."
African. You're Black. So when you see an African immigrant, in your mind, you have no associated with them at all. Ancestrally, culturally, historically, nothing. So it's
They
almost
told
as
me
if,
that.
so I'm not talking about what they told you. I'm talking about you. Stop passing the buck. We're talking about you. So then, if you do not see them as family on any level, then I see why you are adversarial towards them, because to you, they're no different than any other group. And if they're no different than any other group, why are you not also holding the other groups as accountable as you're
I
holding the
am.
Black?
I
You
speak
did
against
not.
it
Your
all.
opening statement was about Black immigrants. Can we be honest about that?
But you didn't let me finish. You took on my question, but you didn't let me finish the whole entire
Michael, okay,
thing.
Michael. Yes, my queen.
Okay. So my stance is against anybody that comes here and tries to undermine what Black Americans have already done. I'm
Okay.
against. It don't
And
matter
what
if
is,
you Haitian,
I agree with that.
Asian,
I agree with you.
Indian.
I
If you
agree with you.
undermine what my people have fought for, bled for, been beat for, jailed for,
Okay.
hung for trees for, I'm against you. It
Okay.
doesn't
But
matter if
originally,
you're
you only
Black or
pointed out
Asian.
Black
I'm
people.
against it.
Originally, you only pointed out Black people. And the reason I'm pointing
But
that
I had
out,
to finish.
well, you could have said it then when you said
Yeah.
Africans.
It's a
But my
long
point
thing.
is the Black Americans, as I'm going to call y'all, and I'm going to distinguish Black American from American African in that although we're the same people, we have different mindsets. So the American African are those who see all Africans as part of our family, even if we take issue with them. Whereas the Black American, y'all see them as a completely different group. That's fine. But my issue with y'all is y'all pick on them exclusively.
I
And y'all
don't.
do. I ain't heard y'all do nothing yet about the homosexuals exploiting the black power.
Yeah,
I ain't
because
heard y'all
they
say
got
do
all the rights
nothing
when
yet
Obama was
about the
in.
Latinos. I ain't
They
heard
got all
y'all
the
say
rights when
nothing
Obama
yet
was in.
about the white immigrants. All y'all talk about is African immigrants, who are only 3%. That is not your problem.
Dr.
Our
Umar,
problem is us.
Dr. Umar, who gave the homosexuals all the rights when he was in office? What was his nationality? He was an African and half white. Obama.
Okay,
He
but
gave them all the rights. Nothing for us.
Yes, Barack Obama proliferated it and popularized it. Can I ask you a
Yes.
question? Can I ask you a question? Who voted for Barack Obama?
I did not.
Who voted for Barack Obama? Overwhelmingly black people. It was the highest turnout
Because he was
for the
portrayed as a
black
black
vote.
man.
No. Don't make excuses. Did your black Americans put Obama in office? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I
Answer the
don't read it.
question.
I don't have the
Answer the
numbers.
question. Did they or did they not give him the highest voter turnout for a presidential election in American history? Yes or no?
They
Yes.
did.
And when he ran a second time, did they not do it again?
I don't know
So
about the
my
second
question,
time.
black Americans, is why didn't you hold Barack Obama accountable instead of standing by celebrating him? I held him accountable. I'm one
You
of the
did,
only voices
and a
who held
lot
him
of us
accountable.
did, but there's not enough of us who did. That's the issue.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we should be focusing more on trying to control the behavior of African immigrants over which we exercise no power? Or should we be focusing more on channeling our $2 trillion into making ourselves into a superpower in this country? Where would you like to put your energy if those were
I
your
would
only
like to
two
put
options?
my energy on getting minds to stop shopping at these people's stores who come into our
No. I
communities
want you to answer
and
my
do
question.
nothing for.
You did
That's
not
my
answer my
stance on
question.
it. I
You
answered
did
it.
not answer my
That's my
question.
focus.
You did not answer my question.
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask it again.
Go
Do
ahead.
you think we should focus on fighting
We.
and attacking? Okay, we. You
Mhm.
said we. You said that to say what?
I'm not attacking anyone, Dr.
No.
Umar.
You said we. What did you mean by we?
You
You
said
interrupted me
we.
and said we. Did
You
you
said
say
we
we
should
as to
focus
say
more on.
no? Stay with right. Did you say we as to say that you and I are not the same? Is that why you said we? I just want to clarify.
No.
Okay, because I thought that that's what you was trying to say.
No.
Okay, so my question is, would you rather focus on trying to stop the progress of African immigrants in America, or should we focus on using our $2 trillion in spending power to build ourselves into a superpower in this country? Which do you prefer? What do you think is the better use of our energy?
Of course, the economic part.
So why don't we focus on that?
Who said we all
Can I
have
ask
to
you a
speak
question?
for ourselves
Can I ask you a question?
individually?
Can you name me a single leader of the Black American We Hate African Immigrant Group that
I
is
don't hate
building a
Africans, so don't put that on me.
listen, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you, but you clearly got an issue with them. But my
I said
question is,
anybody that undermines the
that's
Black
not what you said
American
in the
experience.
beginning. But listen to
Anybody.
what that's not what you said in the beginning. But listen to what I'm saying.
Huh.
Can you name me a leader, listen, or an organization that has an issue with African immigrants who are trying to build a relevant institution for Black people? Give me someone who has an issue with African immigrants who are doing something to create an institution for the American African people. Can you name me one person doing something of significance besides complain about African immigrants? Can you name me one person?
Well, this
And
is
what are
a
they doing?
new journey. So, of course, like anything else, they have to start somewhere. And I guess it's going to start by, and stop saying I hate Africans because I never said that. I never said that. I said I hate
I
anybody that
appreciate your clarity.
undermines.
I appreciate your
Undermines. I
clarity.
want to give the clarity. I
I
never said I
appreciate your
hate a
clarity.
specific group of people.
I
I said
appreciate your
anybody that
clarity.
undermines our people,
I
I
appreciate your
don't
clarity.
agree with.
I appreciate your clarity. Now, getting
Thank
back
you.
to the question, can you name somebody who has an issue with African immigrants who are doing something besides talk to empower the American African people using our own money? Who?
Well, there's a lot of people.
Who's building a relevant institution for the Black American
He's not
people?
on my neck. He's not
Say that again.
actually. No, I'm talking about whoever's in the comments.
Don't worry about the comments, my queen.
Yeah.
I got all type of coons in there. I got Zesty Fest. I got bunnies. I got all kind of stuff in there. Don't worry about them. If you don't look at them comments. Okay, I attract all kind of flies from the shit stack.
It's
Don't you worry about
crazy. We can have difference of opinion. See,
Yes,
that's
we
the
can.
thing with
And I
people.
love you, my sister. I
They don't
love you.
think that you can have a difference of opinion and still be cool with somebody.
Yes, we are. We are good. We are family. We are family.
They got to grow up.
I agree with you, my queen. Now, to my question, who is building an institution rather than worry about the African immigrants? Do you know somebody who's doing that? Because I don't know of anyone. Without white money, independently without white money. Who?
I know of a few.
Can you give me
But
somebody?
I can't put their names out because they're gatekeeping.
Okay, I got you.
They're gatekeeping their things right now.
Okay.
So I can't do that.
To be seen, right? I respect.
To be safe.
No, I respect what you're saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
to be seen. We will see it eventually.
Yeah.
So, okay. I want to thank you, my sister. You are my sister. I love you, and I will die for you, and I love those lips. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Enjoy your day, baby. Enjoy your day. All right. That was lovely. Who tapping in? We got a few more minutes. Who tapping in with the prince? Who tapping in with the prince of Pan-Africanism? Who tapping in with the prince right now? Who tapping in with the prince? Oh, Tamika, I didn't know you had a question, Tamika. Sister Tamika, how you doing, my queen? I didn't even know you had a question. I didn't know. I saw you there. But I was like, I'm not going to tap on her text message, because if I tap on her text message, I'm going to forget to respond to her after the thing. What's going on up in Yonkers?
Oh, my God. Thank you for calling me back, Dr. Umar. Everything is all well. Everything is well. But I had a question about a child that will soon to be 6.
Okay. Talk to
in December. The problem is she's a sweet little girl, but she is so spoiled. She's so spoiled that if you tell her no, she feels rejected. She feels like you're harming her. She feels like she's being harmed. And it's escalating. It's to the point where now you say no to her. She's saying things like, I don't want to be here no more. And now it's gotten to the teachers. So her father had to go to the school because they called him and told him that she said she wanted to kill herself, and she's barely even 6. And I'm trying to tell him that you cannot spoil her. Like when I tell you,
cannot spoil her. That's correct. Now let me ask you though, Tamika, has she suffered any trauma? Separation from parents, alienation, abuse? Are we sure there's any trauma?
I think there is trauma because she did have a short episode of wetting the bed. That's one. 2, mom is not really in her life. Mom is present, but he's the primary parent.
Okay.
So he's doing the raising. The little girl is with him, and he does everything for her. Like he's the primary parent. She'll go to mom to visit sometime, but she's not as involved as she should be.
I think the child might need a psychiatric or psychological evaluation to make sure this behavior isn't trauma-based. That's number one. Number 2, if it's not trauma-based, and the father or mother would know if they just be honest, right? If you just tell us the truth, we'll know if there's some trauma here, if we can know everything the baby been through. If there is no trauma, Tamika, here's my second question. Do you think this is the way that she's controlling everybody around her?
Yes, and I'm trying to tell him that because he's not raising her. He's treating her more like a doll. So he gives her everything she wants. She's still throwing tantrums. She's still stomping up and down, crying hysterically when she gets told no. So I'm not sure if there's trauma. I think there's a possibility, but I also believe that how he's raising her is also a problem.
Okay.
So I think it is manipulation, or I think because she's even done it with me. If I tell her no, she'll cry, she'll become hysterical, and then later on she's like, I don't want to be here no more. And it's severe depression after the episode. So I do think that it is manipulation, and she's very good at that.
Yeah, I think the issue is the father more than anything else. He's not holding her accountable for her behavior.
No.
And it's only going to get worse. So when is he going to, unless he knows that there is a trauma there and is letting her get away with murder because he don't want to address it? That's another possibility.
I think yes. I think there is. I think that's a probably. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. But he still needs. I think he still needs professional help.
Right.
And I think he should get it now because he doesn't understand. First of all, he's an older Jamaican man. That's one. Two, the society he grew up in is very different than the American society, and he doesn't understand the dangers of.
Yes.
You know, you understand where I'm going. So, you know, it's hard to get him to understand because he doesn't want to ever get political. He want to talk about culture and black. And I'm like, no. Here in this society, you have to be political. You cannot function in this society without having both. You
That's right.
Need to be
That's
more
right.
political.
That's right.
Then you do need to be cultural here.
That's right.
So, you know, and he didn't come to this country until he was about 38 years old. So he really doesn't understand.
Yes. I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, he got to get it together. Because they will end up trying to call her emotionally disturbed. They'll try to get her put on all type of meds. They'll have her walking around with bipolar diagnoses. He better stop and get control of his daughter now before it's too late.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, he better get real. This is America, and they are racist against black children. They don't care where we come from. See, we the ones with all the divisions. White people don't have no division. They just use us against each other till they're done with us.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But he's a good man, and I feel for him, you know, and he's a good guy, but I don't think he truly knows how to deal with it. I don't think he knows truly how to deal with his daughter. I think he thinks that that's the best thing is just to give her what she wants, and he just don't understand. And yes, there is a history of mental illness from the mother's side.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, she might need an eval though, but I wouldn't go too quick with the eval because I don't want him to push the drugs. You know, I say psychiatric, I take that back. Psychological. And not school-based either. I think he needs to do a clinical one outside of school, and I would not give that report to the school. I would not. That is only for him. Make sure he knows. Stop telling the school all your business. He just needs to find out what's really going on with his child. But even before that, Tamika, she just needs a counselor. She should get a good therapist and a couple sessions with a good therapist to really see what this is about. So before we even talk about an eval, tell him your daughter needs a therapist. He could just Google it. You know, whatever city he lives in, black therapists, black psychologists, black counselors, and get her about 5 or 6 sessions to start and see if there's something there that need to be dealt with.
Right.
Because it could be completely manipulation and control. It literally could be if she's been spoiled to death. You know what I mean? But it could also be some other stuff.
Right. And another thing I was thinking that now tell me if I'm going too far with this. Dopamine.
What about it?
We know that people can be, I think we all are. You correct me if I'm wrong, but we're all addicted to like that dopamine release. So her habit is she loves the iPad, she loves to get on there, she loves social media, she loves the games, she loves TV, and she loves getting what she wants. So I'm thinking she is just really addicted to that dopamine rush. Because when he gives it to her, she gets that dopamine rush. When he gives her candy, she gets that rush of dopamine. When she's on her iPad, she gets that dopamine rush. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? I feel like when she doesn't get it, that's when the depression hits. That's when
that could be true, but that's not acceptable either. That got to be regulated. And if she's so used to getting a dopamine rush, then there's too much pleasure in her life and not enough accountability. Right. In other words, she should be earning those things. You see what I'm saying? What you're telling me is she needs a steady diet of it just to function. That ain't healthy at all. That's like a kid addicted to the video games.
Dr. Umar is bad. When I tell you that man cannot move 5 feet, she's like, my daddy.
Oh man, that's not good. And that sounds like an attachment disorder in reverse too. So she don't suffer from too little daddy. She suffer from too much daddy.
Right.
And she might be snapping out because she has that attachment disorder with him. He hasn't separated himself enough from his daughter, and he needs to do that because she ain't gonna be able to function nowhere. It's almost like she's developmentally delayed when it comes to her social skills. Like she should be able to separate from her father and not snap out. So this is him. It's all going back to him.
Right. When it's time for school, oh no, she don't know daddy. She running up in that school. She like, get off me. I'm okay. You know, she loves school. That's the good part about it, that he doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't have it, she
loves school, so that ain't a problem.
She loves school, so that's not the problem.
It's the social emotional though.
Right. Like he went into the grocery store one time, and she asked for that man for 10 times and got upset when I said, you have to be patient, he'll be back out. She got hysterical. And I'm like, yo, I had no idea. I'm like, and I'm trying to tell him, like, yo, you need to, like, take care of this. It's getting worse, and she's only getting older.
That's right.
I don't know.
Man, he better get on it. I mean, if he don't see it, Tamika, he don't see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can just keep trying to get him to see it. But he need to do something about that, because what she has is an anxious, ambivalent attachment to the father. It's an attachment disorder, and it's not healthy. He has not individuated her away from him yet, and he needs to start doing it. He needs to start dropping her off in places, you know, cousins, nieces, nephews, you know, brothers, you know, community events. She should be in some extracurricular activities, at least for an hour, you know, and then 2 hours, and then 3 hours. Like, she has to get comfortable not having her father within eye view sight whenever she goes somewhere. It's not healthy.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Umar. I'm glad you called. I do appreciate the call back.
No problem, my queen. We'll talk soon.
Copy.
All right, ma.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's tap in, and then we're going to close out. Let's tap in, and then we're going to close out. Pretty Chocolate going once. Pretty Chocolate going twice.
Oh, good morning.
How you doing, beautiful? Where you at in the world?
I'm in Mount Holly, New Jersey. I didn't know you were actually going to answer.
Mount Holly is Southern Jersey, right?
Correct. Close to Philly, yes.
Close to, okay, because I'm in Philly. I thought so. Okay, go right ahead, my queen.
I'm just here saying good morning. I tried to reach out to you. I invited you to my wedding last year, but
I missed it.
No, it's still happening.
When is it?
It's July 19th of 26.
Where will it be? What city or state or country? Or
it's going to be in Berlin, New Jersey at Lucian.
Okay, I might be able to make that then.
Yeah, it's on
I can drive, right? It's driving distance.
It is correct.
And what's the date?
July 19th.
What day of the week is it?
It's on God's Day. It's on Sunday.
I think I can make that.
Okay.
Text me. You got my cell, right?
I do still have your number.
Text me that info and make sure you give me the city. I'm gonna try to make that. I like going to weddings.
Awesome.
Ain't nothing like see the queens in those wedding gowns and those bridesmaids and those. Let me behave. Stay focused. Well, yeah, I'm coming to the wedding. I want some mac and cheese. I know y'all gonna have the soul food popping.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm coming to the wedding. I think I'm gonna get me a tuxedo too. I think I'm coming up in there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
yeah, you can have your +1.
Now listen, are you gonna have a whole bunch of Neanderthal energy at that wedding or what?
Absolutely.
Because sometimes I go to these black weddings, boy, and they be flooded with Neanderthal nation. I'll be like, is this a black wedding or what the hell?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Send me that text, Queen. I'm pulling up.
I will. Thank you for answering my request. You have a good day.
No problem, sweetheart. All right now. God bless. I got me a wedding in New Jersey, brothers and sisters. I got me a wedding in New Jersey. I'm going to eat me some soul food and look at some curvy queens in some wedding gowns. Not the wife. She's getting married. I'm not looking at her. Much respect. I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. Fly, fine, and flashy going once. Fly, fine, and fashion and flashy going twice. Where is fly, fine, and flashy? Show your face, Queen. Don't be scared now. Your name is Fly, Fine, and Flashy. She got scared, y'all. She got scared. Why you give up like that? Why you give up like that? She got scared. Why she get scared? Sister Mel, pull up Sister Mel. Where's Sister Mel at going once? Where's Sister Mel at going twice? Where you at, Sister Mel? Look at that beautiful face. Look at them lips and them cheekbones and that butter almond skin.
I love
Where you at, Sister Mel?
I
What city you
love
at? Stop being shy. You
I
amongst
love
family.
you.
I love you too, baby. Oh, Sister Mel. Okay, I gotta stop putting the sisters on the spot. I gotta stop putting the queendom on the spot. I gotta stop putting the queendom on the spot. Let me see. Cured by Kim Weddings. Where you at, Sister Kim? Cured by Kim Weddings. She do the weddings. Where you at, Queen? Let's tell the people about your business. How you doing there, Sister Kim?
I am well. I'm up cooking breakfast for my family, and I'm actually about to put my husband on here. Get up.
Okay.
This
Where
is
you at
Dr.
in the world?
Umar.
Where you at?
Connecticut. It's Dr. Umar. Yes, we're in
All
Connecticut.
right.
It is. It is.
What up, King?
She said, "What's up?" Let me take
All
it.
right. He better not be naked. Don't be putting him on the phone naked. You gonna get my Instagram canceled.
Not your Instagram cancer. So we have a family question.
Yes.
Our children are privately educated
Okay. What you mean by
and
private? Private school or homeschool?
private school.
Okay.
We live in New Haven, Connecticut,
New Haven.
and the education here just is horrible. So we've elected to put them in school, private school.
Yes. Yes.
My daughter is this way. It's this way. Nobody can see you. My daughter, Elena, is being diagnosed with ADHD.
How old? What grade is she in?
She's 10. She's in the
What grade?
fifth grade.
Fifth grade, 10 years old. Now you said she's being diagnosed. Does that mean the evaluation has already been completed?
So we've had an evaluation with her doctor. She has a black therapist. The school has evaluated her, and the city of New Haven has evaluated her. So the city of New Haven is saying there's nothing wrong with her. Her black psychiatrist has said she's more inattentive than hyperactive.
Okay.
So my husband and I were like, let's reach out to Dr. Umar to see exactly what his idea of how these tests should go, and if medication should ever be in play, and if before then, what should we be doing to help her focus?
Don't do the meds.
Okay.
First of all, you just said she's primarily inattentive.
Yes.
Drugs can't do anything for attention.
Okay.
Drugs can only address hyperactivity by slowing down the brain. You feel me?
Yes.
So giving your daughter medication is a waste of her time, not to mention all the side effects that come from the medication. You follow me?
Yes.
So once upon a time, we had ADD, attention deficit disorder. We don't have ADD no more. It's all ADHD now.
Correct.
So in your daughter's case, she would be classified with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, primarily inattentive.
Correct.
Right? But like I said, there's no drug that can make you pay attention.
Okay.
None at all. So there's no need to give that child medicine. Absolutely not. I'm against medicine anyway, but I'm really against medicine for a kid who's not even hyper. You see that?
Yes.
Now, what y'all might want to consider, okay, is some herbal alternatives that they have at the health food store, different things to calm her down, but she's not hyper. So that's not going to matter either. Here's the bigger thing. Is there an internal distraction?
Yeah. So in terms of her, one, she's in a white space, and two, it's to me knocking at her confidence that she's unable to focus, all those things. And we've tried a battery of vitamin B, vitamin D,
Does she
all of
not
those
like the
things.
school? Does she not like it? How does she feel about the school?
I'm sure that she would love to be in a school with all black kids, but the education just isn't there.
Right, but here's what I'm saying. It don't matter how good a white school is if the black child is not comfortable there.
Okay.
Now, again, this may not be the main reason. It may not be all of the reason. But if it is a factor, we have to consider it. Because if your daughter is psychologically checking out of school, no drugs, no counseling is going to make her check back in if she's not comfortable. You see what I'm saying? So we have to consider that. Now, along with that, though, Are there any other obvious factors, like is there bullying, is there racism, is there tracking, is there targeting? Like, is there anything obvious there that we have to address?
So we've had a bump or two, but I think that when if she goes to New Haven Public School, she's gonna have a bump or two there. She has a very privileged life, so she may have the opposite effect, being in a school where being in a school with all black kids that don't necessarily have the same socioeconomic situation that she's in.
How is her academics? How
Um,
does she do?
she does fairly well, and her school supports her in all the. What I love the fact is they support every single child in whatever area they're faltering in. It's not a one approach to every single kid. They all are
I got
supported
you.
individually, and she can't get that in New Haven Public Schools, no matter what. They
Got you.
just
Now,
don't
if
have the
it's like an
resources.
AB or BC student, where she's at, where is she?
She's probably BC.
She's probably BC, but nowhere near in danger of failing, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Then you know what I would start with? You said she has a counselor?
Yes, she's black too, as well.
Okay, how long has she been working with the black counselor?
8 months.
Okay, are you noticing any change at all?
I don't think Elena necessarily likes her, but I do know that we have to
Then
shop
switch it
around
out. Then
sometimes.
switch it out. Here's
Okay.
the one thing you got to understand about counseling. Counseling is unlike any other profession in the world. If y'all need a plumber, any plumber will do, right? If you need a car mechanic, any car mechanic will do, right? If you got to get surgery on your foot, any surgeon will do, right? That's not how it is with counseling. With counseling, the client has to like the person and
Okay.
has to be comfortable with the person that's giving them the counseling, especially a child. Especially a child. If your daughter isn't absolutely comfortable with that counselor, she's not going to open up. If she don't open up, the counselor can't help her. If the counselor can't help her, she's wasting her time.
Yeah.
So if your daughter is giving any sign at all, not that there's anything wrong with the counselor, but if your daughter is not comfortable, you got to switch it because you're wasting time and money. She
Okay.
has to like the person, because if they don't like the person, they don't open up. So I suggest that y'all get someone else. I even suggest that you find 2 or 3, take her on an interview with them, and ask her which of those 3 you want to work with.
Do you
And get
suggest
her.
a male counselor in that mix, or just should I stick with females?
It don't really matter because she has a mother and father at home. You feel me? If she didn't have a father, I say get a male. If she didn't have
Okay.
a mother, I say get a female. But she got both of y'all, right? So it
Yes.
really don't matter. It's about the goodness of fit.
Okay.
But get her another counselor. Another question I have y'all spoiled her?
I haven't. She have.
She has, because that can have something to do with it as well. You
Spoil,
feel me?
spoil,
Because
Spoil has levels. I've been listening to you for about an hour. She is no way in shape or form of that precious little baby that was before us.
okay, okay,
That is not our case. And
okay.
we just have grown up differently, so our context of spoiling is different.
I got you. What grade does her school go up to?
9th.
All the way to 9th. She's in the 5th, right?
Yes.
I will say that I think this is decision year, though. This is decision year. Yeah, I really have to talk to her and see if this is the place for her to be for middle school. Or does she need to go somewhere else for middle school? You know what I
I
mean?
agree. I don't want her confidence and stuff to be messed up
Yes,
in middle school. It's
yes,
very important right now.
yes. And with them white schools, you got to be careful, because once they tear down our baby's confidence, they don't often get it back a lot of times. You know what I mean? So this might have to be the last year, but you can make a deal with her too and say, listen, if you do what you got to do this year, we might consider looking at another place. But you got to produce in order for us to get there. Is she in any extracurricular activities?
Everything, swimming, baseball, and we've
Okay,
put her in MMA just to kind of build her confidence. But she excels in sports, and that's where we're building up that confidence in order to be
okay.
able to see if it'll to translate academically.
Is there any chance that she may be dealing with a low level of anxiety or depression for any reason?
Absolutely.
Because anxiety and depression is really your attention deficit disorder. You follow me? If
Absolutely.
a child got anxiety and depression, that is the ADD. Because all they doing is ruminating over their problem when they in
Where does
school, or
that come
whatever the
from?
issue is. You
Where does
feel
that
me?
come? Where does that come from? Because I don't even understand that.
A million different things. Does she have siblings in the house?
Yes.
If she feel like she's not getting enough attention, if she feel like one of the other siblings is allowed to do more than her, if she feel like she don't get her daddy's attention as much as the other ones, or the mommy's attention as much as the other ones, it can come from anything. Let me ask you this: is she the baby?
No, she's the
She's
oldest.
the oldest.
She's the oldest. So is there a chance that she believes that the younger siblings are taking too much of her attention away from y'all?
I keep a fair balance. I
He
can't.
keeps a fair balance. My
What
son is
about
just
your wife?
my
Be
son
honest
is
with
just
me, bro.
very
What about her?
charismatic. Well, no, my son is just very charismatic. So people really draw to him.
How old is
And
he?
he's 8,
He's 8. She's
10.
10.
10. Okay, is it just the two of them?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, our oldest child is out the house. He's 22,
Oldest
so
child
he's
is
not
out the house.
even, yeah.
Okay, the son is getting too much attention
From the world, for sure.
from the world. What about y'all?
No, we're pretty even in here.
Y'all pretty even. So you think
Absolutely.
it's all outside?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do each of you spend time with her alone? In other words, mom time alone outside the house, dad time alone outside the house to try to compensate for some of that extra attention the brother is getting.
We don't, and we probably should, but they
Yeah,
have such a packed schedule. My husband's an entrepreneur. We
gotcha.
are on the go. They're with me most of the time,
Understood.
and they don't get the individual attention that they probably should. It's a
And I'm
collective.
assuming dad is with son a lot, right?
No.
No,
I'm with both of them. They both. Well, he plays baseball. She plays softball. So when I'm practicing, I have them both together, practicing with each other.
Both
So
of them together.
but it's not a lot
Right.
of individual
it's
attention.
not. But I don't give either or individual attention.
Preferential, yeah. He doesn't. He doesn't.
It's usually both of them at the same time in all situations.
And what about with mom?
We're always together when they're with me because I'm doing the shuttling, I'm doing the cooking and being home with the kids. So I mean what just stuck out to me is that there's really no one-on-one time where we go get our nails done or we go,
Get it
go for a
get
walk
them
or
a one
something
on
like that. Yeah.
one. In her mind as a child, although this may not reflect reality, I think she feels she's not getting enough from y'all for some reason, whatever that is. And I think if y'all start spending a one-on-one time with her out the house, each of you, and of course y'all still do the family stuff together with both children, but she needs some one-on-one time with each parent
Okay.
outside.
I don't even understand that. I don't.
The
I ain't get none of that shit.
You old school. That's why you don't get it. You old school.
Right. You know he old school. He like,
You
well,
old
she don't
school.
need no one-on-one attention. She need to sit down and read that paper
Nah, she
and
need the
do that
one-on-one
homework.
because she the princess and she's the older.
I hear you.
Yeah, she need it, man. Try
Well,
it. It'll work. Remember
thank you
now,
so much.
we can't always raise our children the way we were raised, even if the way we were raised worked for us. You feel me?
Makes
On
sense. Yeah.
everybody's different. Two
Gotcha.
children in the same house are going to have two different experiences because they have two different personalities with two different temperaments. So we have to make sure we cater it to her while still holding her accountable for her behavior.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much. We will still text you,
Will
but thank
do.
you. We wanted to talk to you before we made any decisions, so
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate it.
No,
Now, he
ma'am.
caught me off guard, man. I had no idea what the hell was going on.
It's
I'm like,
all
what the hell? I'm
good,
like,
bro.
oh
Get your
shit.
sleep on. It's Saturday. Get the sleep on.
Tell
All
them
right,
get up and
bro.
go rake them leaves.
Yes, indeed.
Thank
Y'all be
you.
safe.
All
All
right,
right,
Bye
thank you.
now.
bye.
All
God
right, bye.
bless y'all.
All right.
All right, now. Ain't nothing like seeing a black husband and a black wife, man. That was powerful. Wasn't that powerful, y'all? Wasn't that powerful? Ain't nothing like seeing a black man and a black woman in the same house raising the children together. We got to get back to that, y'all. We got to get back to that. Let me see what's going on here. So, brothers and sisters, I'm going to get ready to tap out. We had a good call today. If you need private consultation or life coaching, you know what to do. Join us in Nat Turner Land for Nat Turner's Kwanzaa on December the 19th. Join us in Nat Turner Land for Nat Turner's Kwanzaa on December the 19th. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Make sure you donate to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Personal donations, PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. Or you can hit me on Venmo. Okay, you can hit me on Venmo, Prince Ifatunde. But today was good, y'all. Today was good. Tomorrow will be better. Don't forget, we got the Pan-African Fast coming up December the 10th. The Pan-African Fast coming up December the 10th. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, or princeofpanafricanism@gmail.com. Peace and Black Power.